Hello, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are talking banned songs and music videos, and that can mean a lot of things. It can mean banned from the radio, banned from television, and in some cases banned from an entire city or country. And here and there I'll talk about some cases where the songs weren't necessarily banned, but they did cause a lot of controversy and groups of people were pushing for those songs to be banned. I'll also talk about some cases where people were pushing for the song to be banned, but in result it was actually heavily censored. And I don't mean censored in the way as an artist goes ahead and prepares a clean or a censored version for their song for radio or television play, but where the network or the radio had to censor it and the artist hadn't necessarily given them that censored version to work with in the beginning. And since of course each case will be different, I'll make sure to tell you where and why specifically each song was banned or censored. Typically, songs are either banned because they contain vulgar lyrics or anything otherwise considered inappropriate. Other times, songs are banned for talking about social issues and condemning the powers that be. Strange Fruit, one of the earliest songs to be banned on the airwaves, was Billie Holiday's response to the lynchings of Black Americans during the Jim Crow era. Holiday recorded the song in April of 1939, which was originally a poem written by Abel Meeropol in 1937. Strange Fruit employs a metaphor of fruit hanging from poplar trees and eventually rotting to represent racial violence. Lynching is referenced literally in lines like black bodies swinging in the southern breeze. Holiday said the first time she performed Strange Fruit, she was met with stunned silence before people eventually clapped. Over the years, she was heckled for the performance, others walked out, and some clubs tried to stop her from performing the song altogether. Aside from the chilling lyrics, the haunting way in which Billie performed the song made it all the more unsettling and sobering. Meeropol said, "Billie Holiday's styling fulfilled the bitterness and the shocking quality I had hoped the song would have." A month after first performing Strange Fruit, Billie went to the studio to record it. Her label, Columbia Records, refused to let her record in one of their studios. Instead, she and her band recorded Strange Fruit with Commodore Records, a short-lived independent label. Radio stations blacklisted Strange Fruit in the United States, as did some radio stations abroad. Strange Fruit made Billie a target of the federal government, as the song was used in support of an anti-lynching bill that was proposed to Congress. Since its release, Strange Fruit has sold over 1 million copies and in 1973 spent 19 weeks on the charts. In 1999, Time magazine named Strange Fruit the song of the century, and even to this day it still holds up as a symbol and protest of racial injustice. Several other songs made to protest social issues have also been banned. Nina Simone's Mississippi Goddamn, which she called her first civil rights song, was banned by southern radio stations across America. Not only did stations refuse to play it, some even mailed Nina back her records broken in half. Nina performed Mississippi Goddamn at several protest marches, including the Selma marches, and on live television. Currently, the record is stored in the Library of Congress due to its historical significance. In 1975, Loretta Lynn released The Pill in support of birth control and women's sexual freedom. The song was quickly banned from country radio. Universal birth control was still a controversial topic at the time and had just been legalized in 1972. Loretta herself acknowledged that country was still a conservative genre and the feminist revolution didn't reach all areas of the country at the same time. In total, The Pill was banned by over 60 radio stations. Preachers denounced the song in sermons, and Loretta said she later found out the Grand Ole Opry had a 3-hour meeting regarding whether they'd even allow her to perform the song. Loretta later said in an interview, "I had 4 kids before I was 18. If I had the pill, I would have been popping it like popcorn." Despite its controversy, The Pill became Loretta's highest charting song on pop radio, peaking at number 70 on the Hot 100. Days after Loretta's death in October of 2022, Time magazine published an article stating The Pill still wasn't being played on country radio. According to a report from Luminate, formerly Nielsen Music, the song was played just once last year by a country radio station. Throughout the 80s, Stevie Wonder used his music to publicly condemn apartheid and white supremacy in South Africa and racism in general. In his Oscars acceptance speech for the song I Just Called to Say I Love You, Stevie said he was accepting the award on behalf of Nelson Mandela. At the time, Mandela was in prison for opposing the apartheid system, where he would remain until 1990. The month before the Academy Awards, Stevie was actually arrested in an anti-apartheid protest in Washington, D.C. Stevie's Oscar speech resulted in his music being banned in South Africa. This included the 1982 song Ebony and Ivory, which he recorded with Paul McCartney in an effort to promote racial harmony. The South African Broadcasting Company claimed Ebony and Ivory was banned due to its racial message. They had previously banned the Beatles' music for 10 years back in 1966 when John Lennon said the band was more popular than Jesus Christ. A spokesperson for the South African broadcasting company stated Stevie's music was banned not because he opposed apartheid, but because he supported the African National Congress. The spokesperson said, "We feel very strongly about the ANC. We do not see why we should help promote the record sales of someone who has expressed his support for an organization that is trying to overthrow the government of this country." Despite the ban on his music, Stevie continued to release music protesting apartheid. The same year as his Oscar win, he released It's Wrong, Apartheid, which was included on his album In Square Circle. Stevie hired exiled South African musicians to play on It's Wrong. During the apartheid regime, several musicians were banned from playing in South Africa, and native musicians such as Miriam Makeba were exiled. Other groups like the Rolling Stones and the Beatles refused to perform in South Africa during the apartheid regime. In 1997, Stevie Wonder got to sing to then-President Nelson Mandela for his 80th birthday. Of course, protest songs can't be talked about without mentioning NWA's F the Police. The 1988 song criticized racism, racial profiling, and police brutality. At the time, hip-hop was still a new genre, and many of its artists were criminalized for the sentiments expressed in their music. NWA was inspired to create the song after being harassed by the Torrance Police Department. Because of F the Police, NWA received a letter from the FBI claiming the song misrepresented the police. In his autobiography, Jerry Heller, NWA's manager, stated the letter actually came from one disgruntled FBI employee. F the Police was banned from radio stations worldwide. For about 6 months, Triple J, an Australian station, was the only station in the world to regularly play the song. The Australian Broadcasting Corporation eventually banned the song after a campaign led by a South Australian senator and after the West Australian police caught wind. In protest, the Triple J staff put Express Yourself, another of NWA's songs, on continuous loop before walking out of the office. Express Yourself was played over 320 times, with some sources saying it was played up to 350 times. In 1990, Ice Cube did an interview with Andrew Ohl where he talked about the backlash NWA received for F the Police. He said, "We got banned from a lot of arenas, we got a letter from the FBI, we've been in all kinds of newspapers and on TV. We had to do press conferences and just run through the ringer. We didn't get any airplay at all, but we still managed to sell 1.7 million records." The war on drugs in Los Angeles has become a war on black people. It's like the police versus young blacks. The song really brings out the frustrations that the young black community have with the police and the whole police department. The song and phrase F the Police have been used to express anti-police sentiment for over 3 decades now. Currently, Rolling Stone has F the Police ranked at number 190 on their list of 500 best songs of all time. Other than protest songs, several other songs that have been banned or that artists have been forced to censor were due to the song's subject matter being considered vulgar and inappropriate. In 1975, Donna Summer released Love to Love You Baby, the title track from her sophomore album. The steamy disco song is rather scarce in its lyrics, yet it featured Donna's sultry, whispery vocals and several moans in the background. Even the image used for the cover artwork seems rather suggestive in nature. Love to Love You Baby was one of Donna's earliest ventures into the disco sound and was produced by Pete Bellotte, who wrote the song alongside Donna and Giorgio Moroder. Moroder was inspired to make the song after noting Jane Birkin and Serge Gainsbourg's 1969 song Je T'aime was selling again. The song featured heavy breathing, and Donna said they should make their own version of Je T'aime. The president of Donna's label, Casablanca Records, loved the original version of Love to Love You Baby, but only wanted the song to be longer. He recommended the song be 20 minutes long, but the final version is a little bit under 17 minutes. In order to get Donna in the right space to deliver the song correctly, Moroder cleared the studio and dimmed the lights. Donna, who was 26 at the time, said she was embarrassed to record, but imagined she was some sort of sex symbol actress like Marilyn Monroe and also thought about her boyfriend at the time. In a 1976 interview with Rolling Stone, Donna claimed she slightly regretted the song because she wanted people to know she had more to offer. But because she knew she had more to offer, Donna refused to let her career be defined by Love to Love You Baby and enjoyed performing the song. Time magazine called Love to Love You Baby a marathon of 22 orgasms. The BBC, however, claimed the song had 23 orgasms and banned the song because of its simulated sex noises. Still, it peaked at number 4 in the UK singles charts. Love to Love You Baby was also banned by several American radio stations for the same reasons, but the song was still so popular it became Donna's first top 40 hit. Love to Love You Baby peaked at number 2 in the Hot 100, where it stayed for 2 weeks, ironically being at this position on Valentine's Day of 1976. The song has been referenced by several artists over the years, the most popular likely being Beyoncé. She interpolated Love to Love You Baby on her 2003 song Naughty Girl. Love to Love You Baby is considered a predecessor to some of the more envelope-pushing, sexually charged songs that would become more popular in the 80s because of artists like Madonna. In 2021, almost a decade after Donna's passing, BBC published an article in tribute to her, calling her one of the original rock stars. Speaking of Madonna, several of her songs and music videos have been banned. In 1989, Like a Prayer brought Madonna an onslaught of backlash, not just because of its sexual themes, but because they were mixed with religious imagery. The music video shows burning crosses, Madonna kissing a black saint figure, a stabbing, a wrongful murder conviction, and a gospel choir, all within the video's 5-minute runtime. Madonna said Like a Prayer was the song of a passionate young girl so in love with God that it is almost as though he were the male figure in her life. At the time, Madonna had a $5 million endorsement deal with Pepsi, which entailed the launch of her new album's title track and a commercial, as well as sponsorship for her Like a Prayer tour. This would be the first time a mainstream artist premiered a lead single outside of the radio or MTV. The 2-minute commercial, referred to as Make-A-Wish, aired during the Grammys to a worldwide audience of over 250 million. A shortened version of the video for Like a Prayer would be released later on Entertainment Tonight, followed by the full version on MTV. Lou Murray, who was a producer for E.T. at the time, said they received the video late, and when she first saw it, she feared they wouldn't be able to air it at all. She and her team scrambled to edit the video and decided to play it during E.T.'s end credits, stating, "We stayed away from the burning crosses and some of the other aspects that were going to create controversy. We played it safe that day." When the full Like a Prayer video aired on MTV, all hell broke loose. The backlash from religious groups was intense. Even Pope John Paul II condemned the video and encouraged a boycott. Some called for a boycott on not only Madonna, but also Pepsi for supporting blasphemy. Pepsi pulled the Make-A-Wish commercial and withdrew the sponsorship from Madonna's tour. Other television networks banned the music video, though MTV wasn't one of them. The Vatican went as far as trying to boycott Madonna's tour, now called the Blonde Ambition Tour, when it passed through Italy. Madonna said at the time, "I am aware that the Vatican and certain communities are accusing my show of being sinful and blasphemous, that they are trying to keep people from seeing it. I think I'm offending certain groups, but I think that people who really understand what I'm doing aren't offended by it." Still, Like a Prayer was yet another massive hit for Madonna. It topped the Hot 100 and won Viewers' Choice at the VMAs, though it lost for Video of the Year. Rolling Stone ranked the video at number 20 of the 100 top music videos, while VH1 put it at number 2 on their list. Over her career, Madonna's had 4 music videos banned from MTV, one of which was a self-imposed ban. In 1990, she released Justify My Love, which was written with Lenny Kravitz. The video premiere was intended to be the feature event of Madonnathon, a TV event airing on MTV. However, MTV suddenly announced the Justify My Love video would not be premiering. Kurt Loder, an MTV correspondent, stated, "When MTV programming executives got their first look at the video's steamy bed scenes, gay and lesbian snuggling, S&M, and briefly bared female breasts, they decided they couldn't air it." MTV's executives expressed in a statement that they still supported Madonna, but they couldn't support this particular video. In 1992, her video for Erotica was also banned due to nudity. In the video, Madonna was dressed as a dominatrix and was essentially acting out scenes from her book Sex, which was released that year. MTV originally aired the video after midnight, but it was pulled entirely after airing only 3 times. NBC banned the video as well. Madonna was sued by Lebanese singer Fairuz for sampling her without permission. The sample in question was of her singing, "He was hung on a wooden cross today" in Arabic, which are lyrics from a song traditionally sung at Easter services. Because of this, erotica was banned in Lebanon and from Vatican radio stations, and Madonna herself was banned from entering the Vatican. Madonna's next video to be banned was for 2001's What It Feels Like for a Girl. It was directed by her then-husband Guy Ritchie and depicted Madonna and an elderly woman on a crime spree. The video shows Madonna plowing into several cars and humans, as well as shots of alcohol, pills, and a gun. In the end, Madonna blows up a gas station and ends her life by driving a stolen car into a pole. The video was banned for its violent content, though many who disagree with the decision pointed out MTV rarely banned videos from male artists that contain violence. MTV and VH1 both showed the video once in news segments before banning it altogether. Channels like Oxygen justified airing the video because they had a much older audience. The video did air on MTV2 in 2002 as part of a special recounting the year's most controversial music videos. Madonna's next controversial music video was for her 2003 song American Life, which was the title track of her 9th studio album. The video is intercut with clips of Madonna and other military women who seem to be fed up with war. Madonna and her accomplices crashed the show, clearly portrayed as the politically aware heroines in the situation. The end of the video shows several war atrocities happening on the runway, intercut with actual war footage, as well as the audience at the fashion show clapping. Madonna throws a grenade into the audience, which George W. Bush catches and uses to light a cigar. The song and video were a condemnation of America's military-industrial complex, as well as American consumerism and the tendency to turn everything into a spectacle. Due to the political climate, Madonna ended up pulling the video herself. In March of 2003, the month before its planned release, the Iraq War began. Advanced reports regarding the American Life video resulted in backlash and claims of Madonna being unpatriotic. She initially defended her freedom of speech and maintained the video was neither pro-Iraq nor anti-Bush. She claimed the video was against war in general, stating, "At any given moment, there is at least 30 wars going on in this world, and I'm against all of them." Ultimately, Madonna said in a statement she chose to pull the video because she didn't want her message to be misinterpreted or viewed as directly referencing the Iraq War. The video was shot in February before the war began, and Madonna claims to have come up with the idea months before that. Madonna shot a new video for American Life called the Flag version, which aired on American television. This version shows Madonna singing in front of flags of several different countries. The original American Life video aired for a few weeks in other countries, primarily in Europe. The director's cut of the original video leaked online in 2005. Madonna later admitted she decided to pull the video after the backlash the Dixie Chicks received for their anti-Bush remarks. There were also death threats made against Madonna and her family, and aside from that, she said she didn't want to ruin her husband's career by association. MTV also threatened to ban Madonna's videos for Express Yourself, Vogue, and Oh Father, yet they all aired on the channel unedited. In 2008, Britney Spears released Circus, her sixth studio album. On it was the song If You Seek Amy, the title of course being an innuendo. Soon after the album's release, an Australian mother recounted her kids walking around the house saying F You Seek Amy. They told her they'd heard it from Britney Spears as their mom had recently bought them the Circus album. Several complaints focused around the fact that the album had no parental advisory regarding the song. Common Sense Media rated Circus appropriate for those aged 13 and older, while others claimed if parents knew anything about Britney Spears, they wouldn't be buying the album for their young kids to begin with. When it was time for If You Seek Amy to hit American radio, further controversy ensued. Several stations debated as to whether to play the song at all. In early 2009, the Parents Television Council claimed they would file an indecency complaint if the song was played between 6 a.m. and 10 p.m. Tim Winters, the president of the PTC, stated, "There's no misinterpreting the lyrics to this song, and it's certainly not about a girl named Amy." The Parents Television Council claimed that restricting the song to only late-night play or banning it from radio altogether would prevent kids from hearing or repeating the lyrics. A couple days later, it was announced radio stations would play an edited version with the title and phrase in the chorus changed to If You See Amy, which honestly still sounds pretty similar. Regardless of the controversy, If You Seek Amy was still a success. It peaked at number 19, making Circus Britney's first album to have 3 singles in the top 20 since her debut album, Baby One More Time. Lady Gaga is no stranger to having her music and at times entire albums banned. Her first ban came in 2009 after Australian TV refused to promote Love Game. This was due to the disco stick metaphor in the lyrics as well as the contents of the music video. Ben Fletcher, the producer of the show Video Hits, commented on how Love Game was basically impossible to promote on TV. He said, "It's pretty rare we get a pop clip that's sexual to the point there's almost no way we can edit it without destroying the original intent of the video. It's not just the lyrics and the visuals. If you were to judge it just upon either of those, it might not be so bad. It's the cumulative impact of all those things together. We have been advised it would be very difficult to edit it down to PG, so we have made the call not to play it." Still, Love Game performed just fine on the Australian airwaves as it peaked at number 4 in the ARIA charts. In 2011, Lady Gaga released Born This Way, a song about loving oneself despite race, sexuality, religion, or gender identity. The song has gone down in pop history as an LGBTQ anthem and was released at a time when such songs weren't so common. Born This Way was censored in Malaysia, with officials claiming it was offensive to general Malaysians. When the song was played on the radio, references to being gay, lesbian, transgender, and bisexual were removed. A rep for AMP Radio, the top private radio operator in the country, explained that while many Malaysians didn't dislike the song itself, the subject matter was still socially taboo and homosexual acts were still illegal. Even radio stations that didn't personally have a problem with Born This Way still shied away from playing it, as violating Malaysia's obscenity laws could result in a fine of up to $16,000 US. Lady Gaga responded to news of the song ban in a YouTube interview. She stated, "What I would say is for all the young people in Malaysia that want those words to be played on the radio, it is your job and it is your duty as young people to have your voices heard. You must do everything that you can if you want to be liberated by your society. You must call, you must not stop, you must protest peaceably. Fang Ki, a Malaysian gay rights activist, also disagreed with the song being censored. He said, "Radio should be a platform for marginalized voices and creating understanding, not perpetuating ignorance and hate." A couple weeks after its release, the entire Born This Way album was banned in Lebanon and police seized shipments at Beirut's international airport. The album was banned for being considered offensive to Christianity. The eventual ruling was supported by Lebanon's law for distribution of print media. Article 75 reads, "Distributors are prohibited from circulating media that diverges from public decency and morality or is at odds with nationalistic or religious beliefs." Before the album's release, the single Judas was banned from Lebanese radio. Father Abdo Abu Qasim, the director of Lebanon's Catholic Information Center, released a statement defending the decision to ban Born This Way. He said, "If they are going to offend us, we are going to cancel the album. We will not accept that anyone insults the Virgin Mary or Jesus or Christianity. Call us traditional, call us backward, call us whatever you want. We will not accept it." Lebanon has a considerable Catholic population, with over 20% of its population being Maronite Catholics, which is a sect of Catholicism. In a statement, Lebanon's information ministry said that they have always been against all forms of censorship. Fadi Massoud, a Lebanese music supervisor, said it was important Born This Way be released because Gaga had a huge fan base in Lebanon and record sales would bring great revenue to the country. By that time, Born This Way had already sold 2 million copies worldwide. The album was also briefly banned in China because its pro-gay message was considered offensive. Still, Lady Gaga was popular in the country, so popular in fact that some netizens started replacing the phrase "Oh my God" with "Oh my Lady Gaga" or "Oh my Gaga." China lifted the Born This Way ban in July of 2011, which Gaga celebrated on Twitter. Yet the following month, she found herself atop a list of about 100 songs banned by China's Ministry of Culture, which were required to be removed from the internet. Gaga had the most songs on the list with 6, and artists including Katy Perry, Beyonce, Britney Spears, and the Backstreet Boys were also included. Songs on the list were considered to be damaging to China's cultural security. Gaga was removed from the musical blacklist in 2014, meaning her new album Art Pop could now be sold in China. However, the album's cover was changed, and the title of the song Sex Dreams was changed to X Dreams. In 2012, BET banned Nicki Minaj's Stupid Ho music video from airing on the network. BET never made an official statement regarding the banning, but news outlets claimed to have inside knowledge. According to TMZ, the decision was made because of the sexual lyrics and imagery. Statistics from Spin magazine claim that in the song, Nicki says the word hoe 52 times, fuck 10 times, and that 10% of the video contains images of butts, real or otherwise. Back in 2010, BET also banned Ciara's video for Ride. Ciara said about this, "My intention is always to do something as good as I can do it, to give my best effort, and I always hope that it comes out the way I envision it. You never necessarily think, oh, this is going to get banned. In my past experiences with BET in particular, they have asked me maybe to take out a few things, so you normally expect that, but not necessarily banned. That was the first time for me, and that was definitely something that was unexpected." A rep for BET claims the Ride video was never banned, but they asked Ciara to edit some parts of the video, but she never responded, and so it couldn't be aired. It was, however, aired on MTV and VH1. It's unclear whether BET ever asked Nicki to edit the Stupid Ho video. It seems like either they did and she declined, or the network already decided not to air it, considering so much of it would have to be censored. Instead, Nicki chose to premiere the video online through her Vivo rather than on TV. Nicki tweeted, "Can't premiere on a network because it's important that my art is not tampered with or compromised prior to you viewing it for the first time." The video quickly went viral on YouTube, gaining 20 million views less than 2 weeks after its online premiere. Another one of Nicki's songs that was subject to bans and heavy censorship was Anaconda. Though the video and song ruffled feathers in the United States, neither the song nor the video faced any bans, but of course were censored for TV and radio. In the summer of 2015, the Nigerian broadcasting company banned 18 pop songs for having obscene videos or lyrics. Anaconda was one of the 2 Western songs to be banned, along with Omarion's Supposed to Be. That same summer, Anaconda was banned by the town of Naharia, Israel. During the summertime, the town holds an event called Naharia Village, which has several outdoor events for teens to enjoy in their off time. Anaconda was banned from the event because the song promoted a culture of rape and the humiliation of women and was full of racist words, insults, sexism, and homophobia. Obviously, the song is sexual, and there have been debates as to whether Anaconda is empowering or objectifying. Yet the accusation that the song was racist or homophobic was new, and there were no specific lyrics provided to support this claim. Other songs were banned from Naharia Village, like Fifth Harmony's Worth It, which was said to promote prostitution. Blurred Lines was also banned for promoting rape culture, which is something that was said about the song in the United States as well as several other countries. Blurred Lines, which many consider the most controversial song of the 2010s, faced several bans both for the song and the video. In 2013, the University College London Student Union decided to ban the song from the entire campus. They were one of over 20 UK universities who decided to do so due to accusations of the song promoting rape and assault. The song was first banned by Edinburgh University Student Association. The vice president stated, "It promotes a very worrying attitude towards sex and consent. This is about ensuring that everyone is fully aware that you need enthusiastic consent before sex. The song says, you know you want it. Well, you can't know they want it unless they tell you they want it." The video for Blurred Lines received mass scrutiny as well as several bans. There are 2 versions of the video, and in the unrated version, the female models are topless. The unrated version was released about a week after the original and racked up over 1 million views in just a few days. The video was banned from YouTube, obviously due to the nudity. An advert that featured the song and models used in the video was also pulled from airing on daytime TV. In 2016, Blackpink debuted with the single album Square One, which contained Whistle and Boom Baya. Boom Baya was banned by the Korean Broadcasting System, referred to as KBS, due to its inappropriate lyrics. In the song, Lisa says middle fingers up, F you pay me, and in her rap, Jenny rhymes her name with Henny, a nickname for Hennessy. Their song See You Later was also banned for having curse words in it. Most recently, their songs Pink Venom and Shutdown were banned by KBS for mentioning brand names as they were seen as endorsements. In Pink Venom, Jenny mentions Chanel and Lisa mentions Celine, brands that they're ambassadors for. In Shutdown, Rosé mentions a Lamborghini in the pre-chorus. In 2017, lyrics from NCT 127's song Cherry Bomb were banned by KBS because they promoted violence. The lyrics in question read, "Swallow me up and feel it, it's been in your stomach for a while. Cherry bomb, you don't know when it will explode. Popping your head like Kingsman Chip. No fireman, this is fireworks." And "Hard rock scalp, headshot pop." Typically, if lyrics don't pass inspection, the company will either rewrite them or record another version so the song can be promoted on music shows. In this case, however, NCT 127's company, SM Entertainment, decided not to change the lyrics. In a statement, SM said, "It's true that Cherry Bomb did not pass lyric inspections. The original feel of the lyrics can't be expressed if we change it, so we will not be revising them. Unfortunately, we have decided not to promote the title song on Music Bank." Music Bank is a music show owned by the Korean Broadcasting System. Other songs banned by KBS include EXO's Lotto for mentioning gambling, Crayon Pop's E for using a Japanese word, and Benzino's January for mentioning Facebook. EXO modified Lotto for promotion on KBS, changing the title and the word to Louder. Yet on streaming, the song is still referred to as Lotto. Hyunna's song Do It was also banned by KBS for inappropriate lyrics such as I'm a bitch. When WAP came out in 2020, it caused a similar controversy to the Anaconda song and video. Some found the song fun and empowering, while others found it objectifying and dangerous. No matter which side you fall on, it's inarguable that both the lyrics and title are vulgar. Conservatives pushed not only to ban WAP, but Cardi and Megan in general. I'm not sure what exactly the conservatives wanted them to be banned from, but likely it was any public performances or things of that kind. Several Republican congressional candidates expressed their distaste for the song and supported its ban, claiming it promoted promiscuity and unsafe sex. WAP wasn't banned, and neither were Cardi B nor Meg. However, the song was heavily censored, and a clean version was promoted alongside the original. The original clean version Cardi's team provided for radio play still had to be edited further so that it could be played. WAP reignited conversations about how clean versions of explicit songs could be integral to their success. Providing clean versions of a song only increases its ability to be played on radio and television, and in many cases are the only versions of the song parents will allow their children to stream. Cardi herself said that it's up to parents to monitor what their kids watch and listen to, and she doesn't let her own children listen to her explicit music. And of course, WAP was a viral phenomenon and topped the Billboard charts. It also broke the record for the most first-week streams of a song. Censorship is always a slippery slope because while freedom of speech is very important, it can be dangerous. And of course, saying something is dangerous is a relative term because, sometimes what's dangerous and what's not can depend on what position you're in, what resources you have, who holds the power. Something the government might consider to be dangerous might be important to me. It might be my human right. So sometimes that's very relative. And of course, it is important to remember that music is an art form, so expression is very important, but it's also important to remember that a lot of people are influenced by music, and music can incite people to do a lot of different things. But that also begs the question, is it the artist's fault what people do after listening to their music, or are they to blame for expressing social issues or just sometimes making art that they want to make and people not receiving it well? It also asks the important question as to whether it is fair to ban things just because they are critical of something or don't agree with it. And I think I mean that more in reference to the protest songs, where they weren't necessarily vulgar or inappropriate in their subject matter, but they were banned or censored because they were critiquing the government or critiquing social issues. So is it necessarily fair to keep people ignorant about those things? And of course it's not fair, but I think sometimes it's done intentionally, because if I'm not educated about a social issue, or because I'm unaware that someone who has a lot of power and platform and influence feels the same way that I do about a social issue, that might encourage me to speak up more. That might give me more hope to hopefully turn things around and impact a positive change. But let me know your thoughts on some of these banned and censored songs and videos either way, whether it's just on the specific video or song or on the topic in general. And I already know that I didn't cover all of them, so you guys don't need to "you forgot me" to death in the comments. But if there's some that you would hopefully want me to cover in a part 2, please leave them down below, because there are so many. And when I get to talk about these, I get to also talk about the issues that they're tied to. So this was an interesting video to make, so I would completely be down to make a second part if you guys are interested. Do indulge my sentimentality for just one moment, because I just realized we passed 100 uploads on the channel, so I wanted to take a moment to thank all of you guys just for your support and for your comments and just the engagement and love, honestly, that you guys have shown me for this past year. It's been a fun journey. It's been amazing. I'm just so proud of what we've created on this channel, just a hub to talk about so many different aspects of pop culture and music. And I just love when you guys tell me that you find it valuable beyond it just being about music and pop culture, because in a sense, we do get educated on a lot of stuff on this channel, and we've built a little bit of a community here, and I love that, and I'm just excited to see what happens in the future. So thank you guys very, very much. And if my content has ever been valuable and enjoyable to you, don't be afraid to press that subscribe button. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so that you can stick around for more. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter if you'd like to keep up with me there, and if you'd like to become a channel member, the link is in the description of the video. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.